Please welcome, representing Team Argentina, Sebastian Baez. And his opponent, representing Team Switzerland. Please welcome Stan Wawrinka.
It's the start of his farewell tour. 2026, he says goodbye to the ATP Tour after a stellar career, featuring 3 Grand Slam titles, beating the world #1 at the time in each and every one of those finals. Up against Sebastian Baez, who has started the new year with back-to-back wins for the first time in his ATP career. Terrific results, 6-4, 6-4 against Munar, and then the upset of Taylor Fritz. He was 0-5 head-to-head before that result the other night. And now he squares off against Stan the Man for the first time. John Fitzgerald is alongside. Looking forward to this one.
Absolutely, I am. And, yeah, I guess the biggest question is that 15-year time change between these two. The 40-year-old against the 25-year-old. And we know what Stan was at his absolute best. How much more in the tank has he got to stay with a player, a 25-year-old, who is awfully good?
Hello, Sebastian. Okay. Gentlemen, good luck. Normal staff, reminder, net machine, electronic line calling. We have a video review, free movement policy. And for the box, the one in the corner, we can help you. Ball kids will not be able to help you.
Like yesterday, just behind.
As far as outside the view, no problem. But if you need help with the towel, the one in the corner.
Just outside.
That's fine, that's fine. Yeah? Sebastian, any question? Okay, we have this is player or AO? AO, please. Player, stand. You, sir. Can we have photo 2 ways, please? Other side, thank you. Thank you. This is yours? Thank you, so. Well done, well done.
Turns 41 in March. He turned pro 24 years ago in 2002. And playing in Perth for the very first time. He made a winning start to the new year, beat Rinderknecht in 3 tight sets. And then a tough loss to Caboli. Also went to a tiebreaker in the 3rd set when Switzerland took on Italy. Currently ranked 157 in the world. Career high ranking was #3. And the fans who've gathered here tonight want to see that backhand firing.
Well, it's quite legendary, isn't it? I mean, that's not an overstatement. It will go down in history as one of the great one-handers. And there's been a few over the years, particularly in the earlier days of tennis. But in the modern game, they're few and far between. And his will remain in the memory bank for a long time. I tell you what, though, this young kid can play. Baez, he's not very tall by modern tennis standards.
3 minutes.
Only 5'7", so wouldn't surprise me if he's got a slightly longer racket, which would help him with a trajectory on the serve. But his all-court game is very impressive, and I thought he was actually even more impressive when he moved forward a little bit in his previous matches. He's got great control of the net when he comes forward. Beautiful technique on his volleys.
taking on a Swiss opponent for the first time in his career. Well, Wawrinka has played against Argentine opponents 61 previous times for 41 wins. The captain of Argentina, Sebastian Gutierrez, joins us
2
now.
minutes.
You must be so impressed with the form of Seb Baez so far in the tournament. Another big task to keep you in the tie right here. What are your expectations of this match, Sebastian?
Hey, how are you guys? Yes, I'm so proud of Seba. He played high level last match, and I think, I mean, he will improve to be better today. He tried to go to the net. He tried to be aggressive. He tried to improve his serve. This is our focus for today.
Well, Sebastian, it's great, isn't it, when you get a couple of matches under your belt early on in the season, and it makes you play better straight away, I think, especially if you've won them. And I really felt, just as you mentioned then, when Sebastian came forward in his previous matches, he was an even better player. He was so impressive with his volleying skills around the net.
Yeah, sure. For me, it's super important to Sebastian going to the net and be aggressive. This is our offensive for this time, for today. Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us and your time right throughout the tournament here in Perth.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Bye.
And Ryan Harrison is courtside again. You told the story so beautifully the other night, Baez against Fritz, a match that really turned on a celebration from the American that fired up the Argentine.
Yeah, I think that goes to
30
show you the
seconds.
character you must have to be 5'7" here and facing against opponents that in modern day tennis are a lot taller, have a lot bigger serves, and they have a lot of bigger firepower. But when you talk about the heart in the chest, and that's how he, has that motor running. He's got the mind for it, he's got the heart for it, and he's got the leg strength for it, which takes you a long ways. And if you give someone a reason to find their best stuff, and you kind of poke the bear a bit, well, I think we saw how this guy responds to that adversity, and he's a tough out when he gets going.
So Argentina must win. Switzerland can wrap up the tie and their spot in the semis for the first time at the United Cup if Wawrinka can prove successful here. They are playing for the right to face the winner of the Czechia v Belgium quarterfinal in Saturday's semi. And the roof is wide open here at the RAC Arena in Perth. Weather has been spectacular right throughout the group stage and into the quarterfinal stage of the United Cup here in the West. This is the last session before the United Cup, and all of the teams left will be in Sydney.
Well, it's been another wonderful rendition, hasn't it? Crowds have been good. It's a big stadium to fill to the brim, but the crowds have been solid, very good, and appreciative tennis public here in Perth. They've been treated to some great stuff for 6 days.
Wawrinka representing Team Switzerland to serve. Ready. Play.
Both of these countries eliminated in the group stage in 2023 and 2025. So a thrill for their fans to see them in the cutthroat nature of the quarterfinals. Relentless depth straight out of the gates from Stan the Man. Won those Grand Slam titles around a decade ago now. The 2014 Australian Open, 2015 French, and then the 2016 US Open. Caught in the third row. Oh, this is an ominous start. Ball striking exceptional in the opening game.
I was wondering how Stan would recover. He's had 2 very physical matches here, and how that aging body would recover, but it seems like he's very sprightly, doesn't it, early?
He's the oldest player ever to win a match at the United Cup when he beat Rinderk Nesh at the age of 40 years and 280 days. And your body's got to be pretty sound when you're still going around at this age.
Well, that's a real credit to him. And, you know, if his body can recover, which I'm sure it can't quite as quickly as when you're a youngster, in inverted commas. But a couple of matches under his belt, though, might just trigger, you know, some of those old memories, and subconsciousness kicks in, and he might play really well here. Good chance, I'd say, after looking at that beginning.
And he's still in the mix for an Australian Open wildcard. Former champion. Will he be part of the year's first Grand Slam? That's going to be a story that will play out over the next week or so.
Sebastian Baez representing Team Argentina to serve.
He's only broken once so far in the tournament here, Stan Wawrinka. That was against Rinderk Nesh. Didn't have a break point against Kaboli. We'll see how Baez gets on serve.
Yeah, I don't think that had happened too often. That Stan Wawrinka would play 2 matches and break once. That's an unusual stat. So, and this serve is not overly big. I mean, he's so good to back up this serve, is Baez, but the serve itself is very retrievable.
Guys, sitting down here on the court side, there's no wind to work with. The conditions are really nice. It's not hot out. It's a nice little cool temperature, and you know, it's nothing to say that Wawrinka is going to be feeling the effects from any physical elements, heat, rain, or sorry, heat, wind, anything like that.
He's a former world #1 junior, Baez, back in 2018.
A little bit off balance there, Stan. That's a bit of a waste. Especially at 15:30, he threw that point away off balance, moving backwards with his weight. Even he couldn't make that down the line.
But he gets a look. Great point for Wawrinka.
Yeah, he'll be looking to start a trend here, Stan. This is a pretty big moment early on. Oh, bad shot.
Let's see, as you said, there's not a massive serve behind Baez, but yet Stan is chipping every return. It's quite interesting strategy, obviously something they planned going in.
Team Argentina.
Average first serve speed tends to be around that 175 k's an hour mark. First serve percentage usually high for this man.
more and more players now playing late into their 30s. It's more of a common occurrence than it was 20-odd years ago. There might be more in the future too, I would suspect, but I can't help thinking that the closer to 40 you get, the reaction time is not quite as good. And we haven't seen that with Stan this week, but it can happen fast with a player. He was a bit late there a couple of times. Needs to be on his toes if he can.
Love 15.
36-37 tends to be a cut-off point for a lot of athletes, not just in tennis. You look at the modern-day greats when their last Grand Slam success came in the mid-30s. Very difficult to succeed after that. There it is. That one-handed classic.
Just let that embed itself into your memory bank, Brent. Let it stay there. Let it. Beautiful.
Dispatched. Just wide with that one.
13.
An early heat check from Stan to see whether he was really in the groove. Had set it up beautifully, contending with the biggest serve of the night so far at 209 k's an hour.
Well, once he gets that back, he's certainly not afraid to go toe-to-toe with Stan. That's his game. He has to rely on that baseline foundation that he has. Very, very competent he is from the back of the court, and I think at his best when he then mixes it up and comes forward. Certainly on a hard court.
He's trying to win 3 consecutive matches on hard courts for the first time since 2023. A lot of his success has come on clay, and he's got the breakpoint look here.
Yeah. You'd expect Stan to be a bit heavier from the back of the court, but because Baez is so quick, he doesn't mind that at all. He can retrieve against anybody.
Yes.
The ace out wide to save the early break point. 206 k's an hour.
And if I may say, Stan didn't serve that well in the beginning of his previous match, so I think he's going to need that tonight. Those extra points accrued from the first serve.
$14 aces in those first 2 matches combined, and 2 so far in this one. The applause for the catch by the ball kid. It all started with a slice duel.
Ron, I'm not sure about that tactic. I mean, he deliberately brought Stan forward there, and he's so competent at the net stand. He's a world-class volleyer as well as everything else. He didn't look like losing the point when he came forward. And then Baez immediately looked at his coaching staff and was given some thumbs up as if to say, yeah, that's okay. So maybe it was a preordained plan, but it certainly didn't work there.
So So Wawrinka delighted to hold on serve after the first 3 games at 2-1 to the Swiss.
Team Switzerland leads 2 games to 1.
Quarterfinal day in Perth. The USA already through to the semis, the defending champs. They'll take on either Australia or Poland after success earlier today. And another spot in the semis on the line here.
Time.
Former world number 2, Magnus Norman, the long-time coach of Stan Wawrinka on the left there, handing the towel over. French Open finalist at the turn of the century. Defensive skills of Baez, picking one off the baseline to keep that rally going.
50 low.
Yes, and that's why it's so hard to get a ball past him. His foot speed is quite phenomenal. One of the quickest guys going around, and he can defend from a fair way behind the baseline because of that. So Stan's going to have to hit 4, 5, 6 really good groundies to get it past him.
Oh, there's the touch.
30 low.
Actually won the title in Rio in back-to-back years. He'll be hunting a three-peat there next month. Drop shots work there.
40 low.
Baez has actually been battling his body over the last 2 years. Pain and injuries. He spoke about that when he arrived in Australia. But his body must feel good now after back-to-back wins.
Now that's a casual, very talented shot. Just drifted backwards with his body weight and was able to control this short backswing. So that increases your margin for error to a degree. Short backswing allows you to present the full face of the strings just a little easier.
A 40-30.
40 love to 40-30 quickly. Holds in the end. Let's get down to Ryan.
2 games on.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Guido. Guido, you guys maybe have a mixed doubles coming up that could decide this thing, but ahead of that, we'll get this matchup here. What's the energy been like after that tough opening singles match?
Yeah, we feeling good. We're feeling confident. I think Seba, he's playing great. He had 2 amazing matches. He's building confidence, so I like his chances on this match. And we'll see. Hopefully, we have the decider.
Well, he's got a big heart. We saw that the other day with his fight through that match against Fritz. He tends to rise to the occasion quite well. For him, knowing him personally, what is it about his personality and game that allows him to play his best in the big moments?
Yeah, I think he's a great fighter. He's very calm, but at the same time, with a lot of energy, he likes to grind a lot. So, yeah, I think when the match goes on and longer, he's playing even better. So yeah, I think he will have a good match.
Well, if you look ahead to the mix, there's a possibility it could be Wawrinka. It also could be Jakob Paul. Have you guys prepared for both possibilities?
Yeah, we are prepared. I mean, I watch the 2 mixes of them. I think they are playing good. Belinda is playing amazing. I think Paul is also playing good. So they beat 2 great teams. We'll see. I mean, mixed doubles is a little bit unknown, but we will fight that for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us. All the best.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Guido Andriozzi there, mixed doubles player for Argentina. Will it come down to the mixed again like it did earlier today? USA v Greece.
30-15.
He spoke well, Guido, didn't he?
Yeah,
that was really nice. Yeah, they're confident here. They're confident that Sebastian can beat Stan here. And why not? He's high quality.
He's already faced the break point. Both men have. Big point here early in the 5th game. Four aces already. Of course, because of the wingspan of Baez, he's susceptible to the odd ace. We saw Fritz bang down 20 odd the other day against the Argentine.
Pretty big serve, Taylor Fritz. But Stan's already served a couple of aces on big moments. And it's helping him early here. I think he's going to need it, Brent.
He leads 3-2.
Team Switzerland leads 3 games to 2.
212 k's an hour, that one. Quickest so far. Well, 19 kilometres off the coast of Fremantle by ferry lies Rottnest Island, home to 63 beautiful bays for swimming and snorkeling. You can cycle around the car-free island as well. It's 11 kilometres long, 4.5 kilometres wide, and home to the famed quokkas and the lighthouse.
Sam, the ball was coming fast. It's kind of like one miss. No, he's doing good things, but he's going to play like this. So I can only make a difference. Like, doing just the right thing and not
So a nice hold from Wawrinka in the previous game. He served it out with a 212-kilometre bomb, the fastest serve of the match so far. Olympic gold alongside Roger Federer way back in 2008. in the chair. Does he want the music turned down a little, does he, Stan?
No idea.
Right on the line.
That was an 80s classic, you know. You'd think at 40 he'd appreciate that.
We just wound down a few decibels, maybe, if it was the request. He's getting old, Stan. These young kids turning up the volume.
Get careful who you say that to.
30 love.
During the sit-down, he was reflecting on the opportunities he's had already, just missed a couple of balls he'd normally make.
He's missed that one a bit, hasn't he? And the conditions at night are generally a bit heavier, so that you can see that happening during the day a bit more when you just take a short backswing and chip. Yeah, he's trying to practice it now, I think.
I think he showed his love to a spectator.
Maybe he did. Quick game there. That helps.
Guys, in the previous match for Wawrinka, we saw early on he was leaving some of those chips really short in the court, and they kept trying to get him to go a little bit deeper, a little bit more through the court. So to me, this looks just like a little bit of an overcompensation. A couple of these slices falling long.
His backhand's good. We talk about it, or we have talked about it through his career so much. That's Wawrinka across court, mainly in the rally. You might find that some of the blue dots there, there might be more down the line, because that's where he will go for the winner more often. The cross-court ball is more the rally ball. So he'll go across court as a rally ball. It's awfully heavy, though. He hit one cold one across court. You can see there the blue. You'll find the blue ones down the line are a higher percentage against the yellow ball down the line, because the shorter part of the court, it's where the player goes for the winner. Player's always leaning across court to cover the higher percentage.
Let's second serve. Low.
Trying to wipe the sweat away, not happy with the way he's gripping the racket right now in this game.
Good change up from Wawrinka. That takes away the ability of the returner of serve to just chip the ball high and deep on the return. If you come in occasionally, you've got him thinking, well, I better chip this short in case he comes in and knocks off an easy volley. So it just gets in his head.
Still searching for a towel despite hitting the cold winner.
15.
Well, you wouldn't think he'd be sweating quite as much now as he did during the day when the heat was really on. It's beautiful conditions right now, but yeah, it looks like he's having trouble with the sweat glands. Great early preparation, wasn't it?
Oh, textbook volley. Wawrinka 4-3 up on serve in the first set now.
Team Switzerland leads 4 games to 3. Ball change, please.
That's the final score. It's 2 and then the winner. So if I think too much about keep doing this or that, just play. If I don't think, then I know I'm going to.
Spectacular sunset in the west, as it is so often right throughout the year. The RAC Arena. Spectacular venue for the Perth matches in this year's United Cup. One of the biggest crowds we've seen has gathered tonight for the final night of action in the West in the 2026 edition of the United Cup.
I thought it was interesting during the change, Brent, when we could hear Stan talking to Magnus Norman and saying, sometimes I overthink, I make it too complicated. I have to simplify things.
Let's go.
Sometimes when you're a talent, though, you do think of many different things that you can do. If you're not so talented, I can guarantee you it's a little easier just to make some simple choices.
New balls for Baez.
15 love.
Well, that is a waste. And this week we have talked a bit about that chip forehand and the backhand, but chipping the forehand just to get the ball back into play. He's had a bit of trouble with it.
Oh, a little bit of luck.
Yeah, put that down to clean living.
15-all.
He needs to make these returns, though. Like that first point was just a gift to Baez on the first point of the game.
Fitzy, do you think that him chipping so many returns is kind of an indicator that they think that Baez plays better when you play fast and with pace to him?
Unsure. I'm not sure whether he's thinking of the opposition or himself, you know, just to get the ball into play. Not sure. Ryan, I think generally if they chip the ball back into play, logic tells me that he thinks if he gets into the rally on an even keel, then he feels confident that he can win the point. So he just doesn't want to give away a free point at the start, which he's done occasionally so far. Wow, he's having trouble with that slice backhand. Yeah. That's, you know, for most players, Ryan, as you know, that's one of the easiest shots to hit, really.
And Stan doesn't miss that very often. He's probably missed 5 or 6 off the slice backhand, whether it's on the return or the rally ball in the first 8 games. And it's a fundamentally sound slice, so usually not too much goes wrong with it.
The previous shot was a topspin forehand that was perfect. Oh, he missed it with a lob. So Stan stays in this game.
Yes.
Well, he's predominantly a clay court player, or Baez has learnt most of his tennis on clay, and the drop shot is more prevalent on that surface. You tend to win a higher percentage of points with the drop shot on clay than you do on this surface, but it becomes a bit subconscious, and you've just got to be a bit careful on this hard surface to hit too many.
Advantage, Team Argentina.
That time his chip return got Baez on the back foot. Just couldn't nail the forehand down the line. Making Baez wait here.
As for me, the second serve return is an opportunity to take advantage of the point on Baez. That serve came in there only at 140 Ks, but Wawrinka still choosing to chip it, with that ball still being one that theoretically could be hit. And that's why I think that they might be trying to throw the rhythm off on Baez. To me, he doesn't generate power as much as he absorbs it and redirects it. So I think that Wawrinka is trying to ask him the question and see if he's going to be willing to pull a trigger or not.
Just missed. There's been a bit of that so far for the Swiss. Behind the baseline 1 second, at the net, closing out the next.
But you can see why his coach, Sebastian Baez, likes it when he moves forward, because that's a beautiful volley. If you're going to teach a backhand volley, this is a pretty good one to start with. He takes the speed off this. I mean, he sets it up with that first forehand and gives himself a chance to come forward, but just sets himself up beautifully there and takes the speed off that backhand volley to increase the angle. Really clever and beautifully executed.
That forehand at 163 kilometres an hour, you saw, took the breath away of the fans here at RAC Arena.
Love 15.
You've seen a Baez racket off to the stringer there, Ryan. We saw one handed to Andriozzi not long ago.
Yeah, they were talking about it, and it's a little bit cooler, so I'm just wondering if he's going to go a bit looser with the string tension. Sometimes when it's cooler than expected, you might feel like the ball is landing a little short. You're not quite getting as much on it. Typically, guys will drop a pound or two at night. Fitzy, we've talked about that heat in the ball slows it down or speeds it up when there's more heat on the court.
30-15.
He's definitely serving better. He's got the rhythm tonight on the first serve, which he didn't have really in either of his first two matches.
He thought about a response to what the fan said, but held off for now. Just so smooth and effortless. And the miss hit from Baez was caught 15 rows back.
40-15.
What about the camera work, if you don't mind? Beautiful catch. Two hands for beginners.
Switzerland.
He's one game away. He's still on serve though. 5-4 Wawrinka in the first set.
Team Switzerland leads 5 games to 4.
I go winner, not first go, expecting to come back. The last I was just before and the back and train. Yeah, but don't go to win the final this one. Winner is fun. Yeah. Big target.
A lot of effort, don't they? The super fans of Stan Wawrinka and his coach, Magnus Norman. Don't see banners like that too often.
No.
A brilliant effort.
Time.
I can't help thinking neither player is fully settled yet. They're on the verge of playing well, I think, both of them, and they've come up with some outstanding individual efforts during this first set, but then they fall back on an error or two and they just haven't fully found their rhythm, and maybe a bit of mutual respect going on.
Can Wawrinka crack the code here? Oh, there's that move again.
He's one of the best volleys on tour. I'm prepared to say that. Ryan, you would have been happy with that backhand volley.
Just the way that he controlled the racket face, moving forward in transition, and hits this to the most difficult spot, which was trying to go down the line, that inside-out position. I love the way he moves through it.
And you can tell he has spent hours up at the forecourt. So I mentioned this during the week. You know, I'm amazed at how many young players don't spend just a bit more time in the forecourt to practice that art, because in an all-court game that is invaluable. If you can finish a point like that, you become a multi-dimensional player.
The anticipation as well. He was on the move before Wawrinka had even taken his racket back.
Well, he's got the foot speed to back him up. It helps.
Oh, he's weighted it perfectly.
Well, if you're going to have luck, you might as well have good luck. Baez has had a little bit of bad luck there, because this falls in Stan's favour, and it's happened at a reasonably big moment. Great feel there, by the way, to take advantage of the stroke of luck. But now it's 30-all. Danger time for Sebastian.
Well, he wins the backhand duel against Wawrinka. He'll file that one away.
40-13.
Well, he's probably got a better chance than a lot of players to win that cross-court duel on the backhand wings of these two players. He's pretty darn solid himself from that corner.
Caught on the rebound this time. It was really strange the way Baez grunted there for a slower serve. When he was trying to sell Wawrinka down the river with the grunt.
Well, it takes effort to get that spin and the kick. He took he took some speed off it, forward speed, but there was some jump on it.
Advantage Team Argentina.
They all know the importance of this game. And this set as well. Switzerland playing from in front, courtesy of the win for Bencic earlier in the women's singles. Serve and volley, if you don't mind, from Baez.
Yeah, a bit of Stan's own medicine, and that's a great change-up. Because Stan is trying to feel that backhand deep. And to hit that chip deep, you have to hit it high over the net. So that's a great little sneaky serve and volley just to get an easy put away. Look how high it is, trying to get depth with that chip. And he's not going to miss that.
As if the coach was saying, I've been telling you.
I told you so, young fella.
He is the long-time coach of Baez and the captain of Argentina. And he's getting loud.
Well, it doesn't only win a point for your tally, but it puts some thoughts into the opposition's head. When's he going to do it again? Might get a short chip because of it.
Stan Wawrinka, 18-3 is his record against Argentine opponents on this surface. First ever match against an Argentine way back in 2005 against Acasuso. Stan won that in straight sets. Baez was 4 or 5 at the time.
Well, the Argentines are incredibly good competitors, but I think it's fair to say the majority would probably have their best results on a clay surface.
Yeah.
One, Martin Del Potro might differ.
He's one of the mentors for Baez.
Well, he might differ on the thought about hard courts, because he did win a US Open, mind you. but you can understand that matchup with Stan and that country's best players. It's probably not a bad matchup for him. Well, it's proven so.
Oh, huge again out wide at 2-1-2, equaling the fastest serve tonight.
So that first serve is like gold if he can produce it tonight, Stan, on the big moments. That was one, here's another.
First serve percentage below 50, though. It's been just under 60 in his first 2 matches. Stepped it up a gear or 2 there, and the hand signals are coming from the coach at the other end. That's modern day tennis for you. perfectly legal in any situation now in the modern game.
Used to be illegal. Taken me a while to get used to that and approve of it.
The first break goes the way of Argentina. Sebastian Baez about to serve for the first set at 6-5.
El flaco sigue respetando. Te ve atrás, te saca afuera. Te ve adentro, te saca T, ¿entendés? Y cuando te ve atrás, te saca afuera y muchas veces te sube.
Del lado del par me está cagando y se va afuera. Me para adentro y también me la tira para afuera.
Ah, bueno, no importa. Pero lo único que está marcando, porque él no tiene un patrón muy marcado con el saque. O sea, siente un poquito más el afuera en el lado del par. Y es muy bueno lo que hiciste en el saque re, boludo. Muy bueno, boludo. Venía pensando, fue transmisión de pensamiento. Muy bueno, boludo. El que te va a ver todos live. Ahora volvé de vuelta a estar viola en dónde te vas a parar para el lado par, ¿entendés? No, para mí arrancá afuera, boludo, como loco.
Normal o parado.
No, parado afuera, parate en la lona, boludo.
Big moment in the tie coming up. Sebastian Baez about to serve for the first set, looking to
Fíjate qué mensaje querés dar, boludo, cuando tenés un poco de
overcome the
presión.
early deficit for his country after the women's singles earlier. 6-2, 6-2 win for Bencic over Sierra. And that's as animated as we've seen the coach and captain throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah. Well, he's had a recent history, meaning the last 2 matches, of struggling a little bit when he serves for the set. So it's a big moment here in the context of this match, that's for sure. From his point of view, he wants to start quickly here, Baez, because he's had trouble finishing sets on his serve. Gee, headstand cold there if that ball had cleared the net.
Love 15.
Gee, Ryan, you're sitting just laterally across from that baseline. He was slow moving forward there. Didn't pick that up or something.
Yeah, it was a great shot, and usually after hitting a big heavy shot, you'll try to get back up in the court. He just didn't read this at all, and Baez's weak reply ended up being too good.
Look at that, 36 points, 1 each. But Baez in the driver's seat in the scoring system of tennis. Wawrinka letting Baez hear him. He's got 15-30.
15-13.
Well, recent history's repeating itself a little bit here.
15-14.
To me, it hasn't looked like nerves. And early on in the tournament, I thought maybe it was a couple of times. He got a bit tight, but he's still missed, hasn't he? Stan's been too solid in this game for him so far. 2 break points.
First ace of the match for the Argentine.
I've got to say that speaks volumes. If you can serve well at the right time, means a lot in this sport.
It'll tick over to 1 in a moment. A shank from Wawrinka, caught again in the crowd. And he saved those break-back points as Baez.
Let's see this lower backhand that's coming off the racket of Baez. It's going more through the court and shooting through the court, staying a bit lower. That's actually the one that's causing Wawrinka to shank and have a little bit of disruption. We saw on the second point of that game where the ball nearly bounced twice off a topspin in front of him. So it's this flat backhand that's given him a lot of success hanging on in this 5-6 game.
Oh, the serve and volley again. And the coach points at him as if to say, yes, sir.
Advantage Team Argentina.
Perfect time to pull that off. That's smart tennis.
RAC Arena is buzzing. Set point now.
Let Fossor.
Oh, he got him with a drop shot, and that racket has been ended. And so is the first set. Baez, 7-5 for Argentina. It was doubled up. Baez has been so strong in this tournament. They had a clean sweep over Spain on the opening day, and then his upset win over Taylor Fritz is the reason they're in the quarterfinals. It's one of the best runner-ups. Such fine margins in that first set. He can turn this one around still.
No doubt. I mean, it was very even, wasn't it? Almost equal in points, total points won.
Right now it is in the match, yeah, 41 each as it stands. And rolls through the opening service game.
First game, second set.
Wawrinka has been there, done that. 3 Grand Slam titles, top 3 player in the world. Baez has been top 20 in the world before. He's up to 40 in the live rankings. He's playing like a top 20 player again, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah. Well, certainly he'd be getting close to that, and I think he's capable of doing it for sure. He's just a beautiful all-round player. When you have this foot speed, it's a big asset.
His best run at the Australian Open was to the 3rd round 2 years ago. It took Yannick Sinner to stop him in that tournament, the eventual champion. They're cleaning some lines out there, these two.
50 love.
Yeah, well, the direction is equally as important as power, and in so many cases even more so. He directed those two balls beautifully. One on the line, one just inside.
It's his first double of the match.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's a little bit of a brain fade. In fact, you know, when the ball goes that high and you're getting ready to smash it, it helps if you've got some lateral vision and or peripheral vision, and you can see where your opponent is starting to move. He had time to see this movement from Stan. He starts to go to our left there, Stan, and he goes that way, but tries to maybe make it too good. Well, he's helped dig his own hole here. Tough drop shot to make there after missing the smash at 15 all, and that's all it takes. Two wrong decisions at the wrong time.
And the crowd doesn't need much encouragement. Wawrinka, the conductor.
30-40.
Did the same thing in the last service game of the first set, an ace at 15-40.
He did. Isn't that interesting?
And now a 3-point on serve on the outside. Frustration grows. Still just the one break for Wawrinka so far in the tournament. That was 1 out of 7 against Rinderknecht in the opening match. What a physical point.
Advantage Team Argentina.
In a row to come back from 15-40 down for the second service game in a row, and that's 1-1 in the second. And they're enjoying their night now, the Argentine supporters, with the Messi shirts on. Yep, you're on. Defending champs when the World Cup comes around later this year.
Oh, yes. That off backhand on the return of serve from the first court is quite invaluable. A lot of players will serve and start backing away to their left. So their body weight's moving a bit to the left. If you're good enough to thread that needle, you'll win quite a few points.
It wasn't his best year on tour last year, but he's proved a decent front runner since the start of 2025. 15-8 after winning the first set in ATP level matches, while Wawrinka, since the start of 2025, when he drops the first set, he's 2-9. That includes the comeback victory against Rinderknecht here.
Let's
2-9. After going down a set, that doesn't bode well for Stan, does it?
But he's 1-0 in 2026.
Good point. Good point.
If he gets that shot going, he can do anything.
30,
Well,
15.
the day Old Faithful deserts him, he'll know it's time to go. Hasn't deserted him yet.
So it's a new PB at this year's United Cup. He's up to 9 aces already, out-serving what he did in either of the 3-set encounters against Rinderknecht and Caboli. He was confident that was going wide and long. And he leads 2-1 in the second set.
Switzerland leads 2 games, 2-1.
It's a real team effort for Switzerland, and Belinda Bencic, who won 6-2, 6-2 over Solana Sierra, has just weighed in with her tactical advice for Stan during this sit-down, Fitzy.
Well, it certainly means a lot to them. They want every little bit of snippet they can get to help him get over the line here. And if she sees something, she's got vast experience herself. It's good to hear it. I tell you, there's a lot of experience in that box there. I look at Magnus Norman, I think, former #2 player in the world. Consider this, Stan's #3. His coach got to #2.
Yeah.
but didn't win a major. So therein lies a fairly significant difference, but he was one heck of a player, this man. So really valuable advice in that corner.
Love 15.
And unfortunately forced into retirement at the age of 27. He's now coaching a man who's still out there playing at a high level at the age of 40. Sometimes a body can let you down. Oh, stunning.
Yeah. Well, that was enormous skill. The backhand was the really impressive one. The second to last shot that he hits. This one. See his body weight going way back. To control that is very difficult. That's a low percentage shot. This one looks a bit more spectacular, but it is easier.
Too good.
Yeah.
Ready, 15.
And again. So if you don't know when the guy's coming forward, he's not serving and volleying too often.
15.
So therefore, when he does, it's a surprise. It gives him a huge advantage when you can serve and volley as a surprise. And with that volley, he's probably going to win the point.
That was clever. Took advantage of the handing net court again.
2 games on.
New balls coming out here at 2-all in the second. Of course, Switzerland had a load of success in this city with Roger Federer and Belinda Bencic a couple of times in the old Hopman Cup. A tournament that began in Perth in the 1980s and came to a conclusion recently, and then the United Cup came into being.
I had the privilege of being here during those Hopman Cup wins for Switzerland. There was some serious excitement in town when Roger was here. Really created a ton of interest.
Bencic part of the winning team in 2018 and 19, and they also won the Hopman Cup in 1992 and 2001. They're hoping to stay alive and head to Sydney for semi-final action on the weekend. That slice backhand was perfect.
13, no.
Well, the new balls here are going to help Wawrinka as he needs to find some free points with the serve. He's not winning a ton of these baseline rallies at the moment. And for me, his court positioning has to improve. I'm sitting down here court level, and just in that previous return game, I'm watching as these points are developing, and it's definitely Baez who's making his way up in the the forefront of the court using the transition.
Forty, 15.
Gives this forehand a rip, doesn't it? In the mid-160s again.
40-30.
He's frustrated, isn't he? A little bit of negative body language there from Stan. He's under the pump. Baez has got him worried.
And the Argentine did not give up on this game at 40 love down. Some tension for Stan. Baez was leaning left. All the way back to Juice.
Well, I always felt it was way worse to lead 40 love on your serve and get back to Juice than it was to come from the deficit. So just sort of lift your nervous capacity a little bit, or your nervous tension. Miss from Stan. Simple put away forehand, he blows it. And from love 40 right now, there'll be some negative thoughts going through his head.
He's had 5 break points. Wawrinka yet to convert. Baez 1 out of 2 with his chances. Here's another one.
Turned the tide.
He's up a set and a break now, Baez, and maybe another code violation coming for Wawrinka. He's going to let him off for that one. Broke the racket and got the code violation at the end of the first set, but not here.
Well, I guess it's that one's it didn't break, did it? So I think if that racket had folded, he would have got another one for sure.
Fitzy, there's a thing in this sport where if you throw a racket and you think it might be cracked or it might not, you have to continue playing with it, because if it does crack, then the chair umpire automatically has to give you a code for a cracked racket. So if it's uncertain and you're trying to save yourself a fine, you'll see players actually play 1 point with a broken racket and then go back and change after it. And it's kind of like a little nod. We all know what's happening, but the chair won't give the code unless he's absolutely certain that the racket has gone.
Change your racket. Let's go.
Do you reckon he cracked that racket at the end of that game, Ryan?
I'm 100% certain that that racket is cracked. Sadly, I know that sound, and that sound was of a break. But if
the sit down,
you can see him changing at the moment right now as it's coming into screen. So yeah, I had a feeling about that one.
How do you know that sound, Ryan? That's my question to you.
I watched you play a lot.
So the sit down has saved him from another code violation then, Ryan. That's really the situation.
Yeah, exactly right. He would have had to be in a position where he would have either had to continue playing with the broken racket or change it right away and give up a point. Most players decide to try and just continue on with that racket until the changeovers, which for him was the very next point.
Well, the last 6 points have turned this match on its head.
15 love.
At 40 love, you're thinking, oh, well, it's on serve, 3-2 to the Swiss. But now there's a hole, a big hole for Stan to dig himself out of.
And 40 love with new balls.
Yeah.
He's struggling getting to that forehand side more than the backhand side as well, Stan. Baez seems to be picking on that.
I mean, I think this is the thing. At 39, you know, you cannot be, I don't think, as good as you were at 29. I mean,
he's 40 again, Fitzy.
Excuse me, 40. Yes. How time flies.
Very low.
But you know, for periods of time, you know, I don't know what it was like for you, Ryan, but for periods of time, you know, I think as you get older, you can still play as well as you ever did, but you have more and more bad days, unfortunately. And when it turns into 7, you know, you're in trouble.
Well, there's another thing here that plays on the other side of the net, and it's Baez's record. And there's a thing here that shows me an indicator of how he plays when he gets going. He's won 7 ATP titles, which it's not as many as Stan, but when you look at the matches won, great stuff there from Stan. If you look at the total number of matches won, he's only just over 100, which tells me that, you know, he loses in a lot of first rounds and he has a lot of these early exits, but then when he gets rolling to win 7 titles, that means that when the momentum starts and the snowball starts, he gets better and better.
Well, 7 times 5 matches on average, that's 35 to start with. That's not bad. It takes a good player to win 7 ATP Tour titles, I tell you. We do talk a lot about the really great players of our sport, don't we? And how many tournaments they've won, how many matches they've won, how many Grand Slams they've won. But if you talk about reality and a cross section of the ATP Tour and the WTA Tour, that was a replay, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't.
That was the end of the first set there. That was and that's the second one that we just got away with.
But if you talk about a general cross-section of the players, you know, not many people win 7 professional tournaments at the highest level. It's tough to do.
He's only in his mid-20s.
And Fitzy, those who do have 7 titles, their total number of match wins is usually around 300-400, something like that, not just over 100, which is what the kind of outlier for me shows that when he does get rolling, it all comes together at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. Don't worry, we weren't doubting you up here, Ryan.
Thanks, Fitzy. I know you got my back up there.
He's rolling into the new year. He's unbeaten. Taking down Munar, tough opponent, similar ranking in straight sets, and upset a top 10 opponent in Taylor Fritz from a set down. Now a set and a break up against Wawrinka. Yeah, so behind his second serve in this set, you just saw that stat. It's actually down to 25% now. 1 in every 4 points he's winning behind his second serve. Came back to haunt him when he was broken in the previous service game.
Gee, it's dangerous now, though. This is a must-win game for Stan, or this will be over. Not this game, but you can't see him coming back here from 5-2, 2 breaks.
And you see him coming back for the mixed doubles. He's not moving so well right now, and Jakob Paul was outstanding the other night.
He's been good. Yeah, I'd put my confidence in him. You know, I heard the yell there from Stan. I heard it, but deep down, it doesn't look like the energy's there for me. I'm not sure if he believes right now he can win this. I don't know. I mean, he's a great champion. We know that. He's going to have to break very quickly.
It's Baez, 4-3 up, and a break up in this second set.
Team Argentina leads 4 games to 3.
Appreciate waterfront dining with a stunning Perth sunset as your scenic backdrop. You can sail while enjoying local cuisine with friends and enjoy the diverse restaurants and cafes that Perth has to offer. Anywhere you go in the city, you're going to have a sensational feed, just as we did last night, Fitzy, with the crew.
We did.
By the waterfront.
I was a bit disappointed that you were my date, though, Brent.
I wasn't disappointed, Fitzy. Enjoyed your company. And Ryan Harrison with a big pizza in front of him last night.
Well, we had a good time down there. It was fun to get out there with you boys. I was listening and taking in all the knowledge.
He's had his looks. He's had 15-40 a couple of times. He needs to break soon because Baez leads 4-3 in this second set, having taken the first 7-5.
Well, great champions prove you wrong a lot of the time, but I need to see some more energy. I think he just seems a bit flat now, Stan.
Time.
He's got to make a move very quickly.
He's now up to 5 ATP level match wins since turning 40. Only Ivo Karlovic since the year 2000 has won more matches after turning 40. He won 9. Big Ivo.
He was big.
The server extraordinaire.
That racket, Ryan, has to be long. It has to be a longer racket. I haven't found that out this week. I'm not sure, but to me it looks like it's about an inch long that Baez is using, and which is perfect, I think, for him. And it helps him get better trajectory on the serve. So at 5'7", it's not easy to get a lot of unreturnable serves or aces, but he gets more than his fair share, and he loves this first court out wide, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. To me, it looks long as well. Just, you know, the way that you're seeing that in his hand, it looks like it's a longer. Looks like it's a longer frame. I think one of the first people who did that was Michael Chang.
30-15.
Faster, smaller guy. The guys in your era a little bit before that do it as well.
I'm not sure if they made wooden rackets an inch longer.
I remember Michael Chang talking about that when he was trying to get a little bit more on his serve, and French Open champion.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
Why doesn't everyone, if you're a taller guy, have the? Is it a lack of control?
Well, I think there's an argument to say, look, you know what? I've never hit a ball with a longer 28-inch racket or 27.5-inch. I mean, 27's regular. Mm-hmm. So I haven't experienced it, but I would imagine it's a bit harder to control off the ground.
I think it's about the time that it takes to get the racket through the hitting zone, and if it's a longer frame, getting that tip of the racket through the zone takes a little bit longer. And for guys who have longer limbs, that swing path is going to be a lot bigger, and you can't quite catch up to those faster shots. For the smaller guys, they can overcompensate with the longer frame. It helps them with their serve a little bit more, and because their limbs aren't as long, they can actually still get the racket through the zone on the ground strokes.
Well, it was a quick game, wasn't it? And he's on the verge here, Stan. He's got something extraordinary is going to have to happen here. Ryan, there's that ball that you talked about. The backhand of Baez that shoots through on this surface stays a bit lower than most players, and It really did catch Stan late on that slice.
Pinpoint precision that time. Finally finding a way past Baez.
50-all.
Wawrinka was going to have a go at it if he could have reached it.
He was nearly touched it. He almost put his racket out and nearly did touch it. To me, it looked like within 6 inches to a foot of actually making contact. So he was actually trying to touch that ball.
He also gave his legs a shake after this point was finished, as if, you know, he is struggling a little bit physically. 2 tough matches, tough to recover from before this one. Well, he hasn't been as good in this set. His level's dropped off.
Baez is 2 points away from leveling the tie. Oh my goodness. On a big point, he unloads a 167-kilometre-an-hour forehand to bring up match point.
30-14.
And now the crowd can play their part. And Wawrinka asked Baez to serve it out after all.
Advantage Team Switzerland.
Tweener time, but it's well wide. And Wawrinka keeps the match alive. Baez about to serve for it at 5-4.
Team Argentina leads 5 games to 4.
The RAC Arena in Perth is the venue for this quarterfinal tie between Argentina and Switzerland. Sebastian Baez trying to make it 3 consecutive wins to start the new year. He's about to serve for the match against Stan Wawrinka. And if there's an Achilles heel in his game right now, it is serving things out.
Yeah, he's shown a few nerves during the week, but I think his confidence is high here. I mean, especially if he gets a good start. Stan needs to get on the board first, you would think, in this game.
It might just be his week.
15 love.
I'll take it.
Always the hardest game, isn't it? Crowd starting to get involved. That changes the feelings around the court a little bit.
Let's pursue.
Move your feet. Hit with top. I think.
Well read.
Well, the first time it hasn't worked.
30 all.
All right, last roll of the dice here for Stan.
Baez has landed his first serve more than 80% of the time. And a miss here. So how aggressive will Wawrinka be? Serve and volley on the second ball. And then the little cheeky half volley.
I'm not sure the coach was advising on that one. Maybe.
40-30.
But when Stan got that ball down low and he had to hit a half volley, I bet the coach's heart was in his mouth.
Made it look oh so easy. Sebastian Baez makes it 3 wins out of 3 in the United Cup. And Argentina very much alive in this quarterfinal. It's going to come down to the mixed doubles for a spot in the semis. He's got to put the captain's hat back on, Stan Wawrinka.
Well, it was a nice touch at the end, wasn't it? And I think anyone that plays Stan in this final year of his, it's going to be a treat, whether you beat him or not, just to be on the court with him. But the crowd acknowledging Stanley, thanking them. But this young man's a serious player. I love watching him play. He's skillful. He's got a variety of shot making. Obviously coached well. And he's a competitor. Yeah, a very, very quick competitor. He deserved that win. He was the better player.
Has now beaten Munar, Fritz and Wawrinka in singles encounters, and he's a singles specialist, so is Solana Sierra. It'll be up to their double specialists to try and get it done against Switzerland here.
It's game on.
And let's hear from Sebastian Baez with Ryan Harrison.
Sebastian, incredible match. You come out here knowing that you have to win to give you guys a chance to stay alive. What was it like with that pressure?
Well, I didn't feel it really because I know I'm playing with a big legend and Stan. So congrats to him because he have a big career. He motivated me and more kids to play tennis. So thank you, Stan, for sharing the court with me, and all the best.
Well, you talk about that. You know, you've watched Stan on the biggest occasions, and now you have to come out here and you have to play him, and you have to manage those nerves while playing someone that you looked up to and watched. Is it difficult to play someone who was a bit of an idol in a way?
Yeah, of course, but I don't know. I really enjoyed the time on the court today. I want to thanks to all the Argentinian people. Like he's here, always inside the court. I feel that that kind of love and support. So thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well, to start out now, 2026, 3 wins, no losses in this format, playing for your country. What is it about playing for your country that brings out the best in you?
I don't know. It's an honor because I love to represent my country since many years. So I don't know. It's a big motivation for me, and of course I'm happy to be on the court healthy because I had many pains on the body and everything, but I'm happy to be here and to enjoy the time here because I play with many guys like with a big level like Stan, like Fritz and everyone. So yeah, I'm happy.
Well, we're happy you're back healthy again. Argentinian fans are happy you're back healthy again. You're playing some great tennis. Congratulations. Go get ready for this mixed doubles.
Thank you so much.
One more time for Sebastian Baez, everybody.
He is the first Argentine to beat Wawrinka on a hard court since David Nalbandian in 2010.
Well, David Nalbandian set a very high standard. He was one heck of a player. In fact, I think David made the semi-finals at every major and the final at Wimbledon.
Against Leighton.
Yeah. What a player he was. So it's a substantial win. I mean, Stan, I think it's fair to say he cannot possibly be at his best anymore, but he can still play seriously good tennis. So a win's a win, and this will remain in Sebastian's memory for a long time, I'm sure.
The superb catching continues in the crowd here at RAC Arena. Souvenirs to take home from the winner, Sebastian Baez, the 25-year-old from Buenos Aires in Argentina. Rising up those rankings again inside the world's top 40. And he ain't stopping there. Just over 100 minutes required to close it out in straight sets. Serve not broken by Wawrinka.
Yeah, interesting. Isn't it interesting? You may only serve 3 aces, but there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. He was sneaking in behind his first serve beautifully in that match. He missed one at the end, but the irony was the very next point he came in on a second serve and volley and had to hit a half volley, but he won the point. That really shocked Stan to a degree. His variety was really fabulous tonight.
So Baez has played his part. Levels the tie for Argentina. The mixed doubles to come with a spot in the semi-finals of the 2026 United Cup on the line.